We're Byron and Jill, two hands-on people with big dreams. In 2024, we purchased 100 acres in southeast Queensland in an area called Mount Binga. We bought it on a total whim. Byron was nursing a damaged knee after a motocross accident and doing some heavy thinking. And Jill was dreaming of being closer to the mountains, the beach, her family, and riding some new mountain bike trails. We'd never heard of Mount Binga before, but the native trees, rolling hills and permanent dams seemed like the perfect place to build a new off-grid haven for us and our two boys. We're not new to building, but we are new to YouTube, so stay tuned as we get off-grid at Mount Binga. Welcome to Off-Grid at Mount Binga, Episode 3. In this episode we continue working on our driveway, construct a future house pad, and get some fire management lines in to help protect us from potential wildfires.
Well, we're narrowing in on getting the last bit done here at Gilby. We've, as you can see down here, we've got the roads, all the gravel in, and man, she's come up real good. We've got our final trim guy here, Blackie. Jared Blackie Blackmore. He's the man on the final trim. I'll get a few videos of him doing his thing with his beautiful little machine. She's old, but boy, he does the right job with it, and he knows how to drive it. So we're going to get this driveway shaped up absolutely perfect. Enjoy this.
Blackie learned to operate a grader when he was 7 years old, and since then it's all he's ever done. So he's definitely the right man for the job. Having these guys around us that can see our vision takes away the stress and decision making. They are tuned into exactly what they are doing. There is not much direction needed, and you sort of just let them go. For those that are wondering, this little beauty is a 65B Fiat Talus. A 65 means that it has a 6.5 tonne gross weight. It's a 1988 model, which according to Blackie is the best vintage. Blackie had it passed down from his dad, and before that his grandmother. It was sitting in the paddock for more than 12 years when he got his hands on it, and he told me it was in horrible condition. So he's been able to restore it and bring it back to its former glory, and now it's a nice machine, as you can see.
Our first proposed house location was much further up the hill, in a spot that had northerly views and was more amongst the hoop pines. But we decided against that for a few reasons. We thought there was a higher fire risk up there, and it was also a bit closer to one of our neighbours. We would have also needed another couple of hundred of metres of driveway made as well. So we decided on a new spot, and here you can see the preparation of that new spot. The views are just as good, and they face towards the south and east instead. And this spot will overlook one of our valleys on the block. And after 3 weeks, our driveway is complete and we are very happy. This is what our main dam now looks like after pulling 200 loads of gravel out. Eventually, this lower portion will fill up with water, and we've saved a bit of gravel there for easy access for any future works. Our rough calculations mean we should catch up to another 2 megalitres over time with some good rainfalls. With the dry vein now complete, our operator Matt had some time up his sleeve, which was perfect for him to push in some fire management lines or fire breaks along our boundary fence. This is the fence we share with our southern neighbour, and you can see the existing break hasn't been that well maintained. Now it might look like we're pushing roads through vegetation here, and we are, but don't be alarmed. What you can see is us pushing through 2 invasive species. The first being lantana, a weed of national significance in Australia, which is highly prevalent in southeast Queensland where we're located. And the second is a silver wattle species that is native to other areas of Queensland, just not here. We've got 2 main vegetation types on the block. One is the spectacular hoop pine forest, which are endangered in their remnant state and form vine thickets with other species, including bunya pines. And the other is a corymbia and eucalypt grassy open forest or woodland. Neither of these vegetation communities should have a scrubby lantana or wattle understory, but on our block they do, and this makes getting around almost impossible in some areas. The tracks we're building will serve 2 purposes. One, they'll give us access to different parts of the block, and 2, and most importantly, they'll serve as fire management lines, which will give us the access to control any fires that might occur here before they get out of hand. The last time this block saw fire was in 2011, when the surrounding 360 hectares, or almost 900 acres, also burned. So the fire risk here is real. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Let us know in the comments below if you like us explaining things with this much detail. We like digging deep into issues because it gives us a better understanding of our surroundings. And this way we can make good and informed decisions as we progress our off-grid project. In the next episode, we'll be doing something a little bit different. Stay tuned.